And welcome back, everyone. Welcome. Oh, there we go. Welcome back to another week, the final edition of the Grand Platypus Open number 100, the final GPO of the year of 2023. It has been a long year, and yeah, I hope everyone has been enjoying themselves. Hope everyone has had a great 2023 here as we round it up. Let's go. As it looks like a pact has been made as we dive into our first matchup of the night, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of side Delta, we have the blue Zerg player from the land of Hong Kong representing his new team, Team Hyper 1. It is Go Joey. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Indian Zerg player, the best player in all of India representing Maturino Esports. It is Demi. And again, Feliz Año Nuevo, papi. Again, we're almost there, almost at the end of year, at 2024, a couple of days away, hours away even, and hope everyone has been having, again, a great time here. This is our second broadcast of the night. Earlier today, we did cover the final KSL of the year, the Korean StarCraft League, and now we are here with Grand Platypus Open. The best players from Oceania, Southeast Asia, facing off here on a bi-weekly basis, and we're going to be ending the night with a bit of a smaller event. Last week we did have the 99th edition of GPO, and we did end up having a best of 7 show match between Nice and Hon Mono. Here we have Nice, Demi, and Go Joey. Unfortunately, no Terran representation for this edition of GPO. It is Zergs and Protoss, and really we're making up for the lack of Zergs we had last week with 2 this week. And for now, we do have a hatch gas pool out of Go Joey. Meanwhile, Demi, oh my god, going for a gasless opener, by the way. He went hatch, into gas, into spawning pool, so a very greedy opener. Demi, after luring Go Joey in, after saying no 12 pool, Bobby, he goes straight for one of the greediest openers you can go for in ZBZ. Wild. Este Demi, Bobby, ay. Shaking my head. So we'll see if he can get away with it. We'll see if he is able to take advantage of Go Joey. For the time being, we do have the Overlord coming in. Just get eyes on the droning, on the saturation here at that natural base. Queens are just now on the way. Ling's just now in production as well. And Go Joey does have eyes on the third. He gets eyes on the third base. He's like, the hell? Again, you told me not to, you told me not to be cheesy, not to be aggressive, and you're being hyper cheesy or hyper greedy as a result. So Go Joey now realizes what's been going on. He's trying to punish this, and it looks like he may be able to catch a drone here. Drone is on the way, just barely morph into that gas geyser. We do save it, and so far Demi is holding. Meanwhile, Go Joey behind this, going into an Evo chamber. It looks like we want to go into Roach play as we have a Bailey Nest on the way from Demi. Hidden in the main is scouted. Big scout here from Go Joey. Does get eyes on the Bailey Nest, but Go Joey doesn't have a Bailey Nest of his own. He's going for a Ling Flood. +1 melee, question mark? Okay, there we go. This makes more sense. Carapace. So, this is going to be a really interesting dynamic. Demi is going for a Ling Flood with Bailings, of course, and he is going to be able to deny the third base. I feel like the third is a lost cause at this point. Meanwhile, Go Joey is going for 2-base Roach. It's going to be Roach Ling. I say 2-base Roach because no Bailing Nest, which means defending this third is going to be very difficult here for Go Joey. I don't know if he can pull this off just because Demi is so committed and he is flooding across the map. Go Joey moving out with his own Lings as well, but last he runs into a wave of Zerg, a wave of Lings, a wave of red. And Demi, he's going straight for that hatchery. Gonna be able to dance with these Lings, gonna be able to have a decent engage here as well. Oh, but we are buying time. 5 Roaches are on the way. Can we buy enough time for the Roaches? It looks like so far we do force Demi back. And we hold on to the third. I wasn't sure if we could, I'll be honest. I was a little bit afraid. Because I was expecting Bailings. I was aware of the Bailings. They were not there. We have defensive Bailings, but offensively we had none. If we did, we could zone away all these Lings and we could have gotten a kill in this space. So Demi just a one step behind, unfortunately. That means that Gogo Joey, he gets away with his third base. Now he's getting into his push. Roaches, Lings, +1 carapace is on the way. Gogo Joey is droning, but this +1 carapace timing is going to be brutal here. It's going to be brutal for Demi to try to hold on. Again, I do think there was a big moment, a big opportunity for him, and I feel like that moment has come and gone for Demi. And now he's playing catch-up. Now Demi, he is behind in the drone count. He is making nothing but roaches, though. It looks like he wants to be aggressive once again. He's just amassing roaches, maybe hoping that Gogo Joey is too greedy, and Joey is droning a bit much. Right now is a good time to stop, but he's got another 6 drones on the way, and here we go. We're moving out across the map. And Joey, what does he have at home to defend? The Lings are not back at home. Uh-oh. Yeah, he gives up on the third base, going straight for the natural instead. The Queen is going to get caught out. Oh, the Bailings! Bailings, they do crash. They do connect, but Carapace does actually soak a couple of those Bailing connections. Roaches are getting caught out. Really rough position here for Gogo Joey. Carapace is helping, but Demi, he is breaking through. There, catches a good chunk of roaches. 4 or 5 roaches go down. We're pushing up into the natural base. That's going to be a kill, not a cancel on the Spine Crawler. Lings are running out, but we still have a massive amount of roaches here for Demi. At the same time, though, he is losing his third. And the Spine Crawler is finishing. We have reinforcements on the way. Gogo Joey is holding. He is barely holding on. He doesn't lose any workers. Demi loses 4 and the third. And now Joey slips into the main base. Slips into said main, and he's in a lot of trouble. GG gets called. Gogo Joey will bounce back. We'll take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. That was a wild game. That was not a standard ZVZ whatsoever. There was a lot of twists, a lot of turns. There was definitely potential. I still stand by it. I do think there was potential for Demi if he had morphed in Bailings aggressively as soon as he was ready for it, as soon as he was pushing, and I do think that he would have been able to break that third, but alas, without any Bailings, he wasn't able to. He was forced back, and Joey was able to get away with roaches with +1 carapace, was able to snowball out of control as Demi was very all in. GG, and with that, as game 1 in the books, that is Gogo Joey taking a lead in this series. I'm just catching up in the chat. I'm not playing. Okay, we're good. I was almost in the player slot. Okay. We're good to go. Getting into game 2. Sorry, I was just catching up with the chat, and Joey was saying, "Oh, I missed our messy ZVZs." Demi said he thought that his defensive Bailings would be good enough. He thought that he would be able to defend that Ling counterattack with his Bailings. Again, +1 carapace did throw a wrench in the works. And here we go. Now we're getting to game número 2. Number 2. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player represent from the land of Hong Kong, the best player in all of Hong Kong, representing his new team, Team Hyper 1. It is Gogo Joey. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Indian Zerg player, likewise also the best player in all of India, representing Matcherito Esports, the Red Zerg. It is Demi. Rip Honmono, este Honmono, Bobby. It's okay, you know, he may not be here in our tournament, but I'm sure he's out there spending his time with his waifus, with his body pillows. I'm sure Honmono, he's enjoying his new year. He's enjoying it. For nada, Honmono. Shaking my head, shaking my head. Oh. But here we go. For now, we're just going to be getting into our games. We're going to be taking our natural bases. Yeah, Joey and Demi, good friends, papi. No hard feelings. As we're going for a hatch gas pool. This time we have a standard opener out of Demi. Bear that in mind. Likewise, a standard opener out of Go Joey as well. Hatch gas pool all around. I bring this up just because if you remember, Demi did go for a giga fast third base, and it even threw Go Joey off as well in game number 1, but merely game 1. Here in game 2, things are calming down a little bit more. Buen día, papi lights. Buen día, papi, buen día. Todo bien por allá? Sí, todo bien, todo bien. Hace calor, papi. Here in the land of Australia, of course, we are deep in the summer, and it's been very hot. Also very stormy. Also very stormy these past couple of days. Again, you know, just one day we have like blazing heat, then the next day we got some humid storms, thunderstorms even. Yeah, it's beautiful. it's Australia. But you know, kind of what we expect to be seeing here this time of year. But behind this, oh, Joey going for a very fast Evo chamber. We have a +1 melee Ling Flood on the way from Go Joey. Demi behind this, still getting into his own opener as well. Joey, he's looking for the third. I mean, sorry, I kind of glossed over it. I didn't notice either. Sorry. I'm just, my brain was on autopilot. I'm like, no, yeah, unnatural, natural. Yeah, that's normal. No. That's my bad, Fabi, my bad. Yeah, I've just been casting too many ZVPs recently that it didn't click. It didn't click in the brain that this hatchery is not where it should be. Yeah. And Joey just realized that as well. So I'm a little bit perplexed as now Demi's going for his third base as well. And I'm concerned for Demi. The reason why I'm concerned is that this Ling Flood is going to hit like a truck, and Demi is going to be split in between his bases here. I'm really curious to see how he's going to be able to defend. I mean, Bailings are going to be on the way. That will help. Don't get me wrong. We'll see if it's going to be enough. See if it's going to be enough here. As yeah. Yeah, we need to focus. As here we go, Lings are going to be floating across the map. We do have Roach Warden on the way as well. We're going to be skipping the Bathing Nest for the second time here for Go Joey, and we'll see if it is going to be enough. As Demi comes in for a scout, does get eyes on some of these Lings, and is going to get eyes on the reinforcements. There we go, does see the Ling Flood coming his way. Immediately, we have Bailings in production for Demi. And these Bailings, they're so precious right now. They're going to be keeping him alive. They're going to be make or break here for Demi. Things are flooding across the map. Bailings, they do waddle in. So far, Joey does pull back. Does see it. Does respect it. And here we go. Joey, he actually backs off, starts up +1 carapace, and he is droning. He sees the defensive position. He sees all the Bailings. He wants none of it. He's aware that he cannot break this, and yeah, will retreat. Joey will retreat. Demi does deflect the aggression, and now we can drone. Now we can just calm things down and saturate our bases. Saturate our bases here. A couple of Lings going to be dipping in just to get eyes on the saturation. We do confirm that, of course, Demi is droning. When the Demi is going into roaches. So we're going to be entering the Roach v Roach phase of ZVZ. One worker gets picked up. We get us almost a second. One worker does go down. +1 range on the way. It's going to be +1 range versus +1 carapace roaches here. So an interesting dynamic. Joey already building up his roach count. You can see him trying to bait out those bailing connections. So far, Demi does react well enough. And Joey is droning. I was keeping an eye on him. I was trying to see if he would end up droning or just making nothing but roaches, but he is saturating. He's taking his gases. Should be +1 range after carapace. And the game is going to be settling from here. I'm just trying to get a read on when exactly players are going to be cutting workers. That's kind of a big part of ZVZ, and just Demi's setup is just so odd to me. it's just really throwing me up. He's going to be cutting workers at 47. Okay, so Joey has droned up heavily. Joey, he's droned up to 3 base saturation, 60 workers, over 10 workers compared to his opponent, and Demi's going all in. He's going for one big all in, hatch tech, by the way. No lair whatsoever. So one big hatch tech all in with lings, banelings, roaches. A spire is on the way for Go-Go Joey. This is dangerous. Oh my god. Hopefully he doesn't save his resources for mutas, because otherwise it may just all end here and now. As Demi is pushing. At the same time, a ling cannot take it, but Demi is in position, cleans up the lings. This time he does have enough to defend. Meanwhile, across the map, Demi is pushing and Joey is woefully underprepared. And Demi going straight for that hatchery. Spine Crawlers are in production. Wants to surround. It will collapse on this army. Gets on some of the roaches. Boys are being pulled. They have to be. We can afford to lose some drones. But are there just too many roaches as Demi, he's got 10, oh my god, over 10 workers compared to, 10 roaches compared to his opponents. We have the concave spine crawlers, the finishing. The spines, they finish just in time. And it looks like Demi, he's running out of steam here. He's running out of roaches. He is going to be forced back, but he killed 24 drones. Oh my god. He has crippled the economy. Behind this, Demi was saturating his bases, taking his gases. Lair is finally on the way. Demi has done enough damage. The downside, though, Demi didn't scout. He doesn't know that mutas are going to be on the way. Demi is in the dark. He's going to be retreating. He's going to be getting into additional roach production. Still hasn't seen what's going on. And there it is. 4 mutas are on the way. Now, thankfully for Demi, because he killed so much of the economy, Joey actually doesn't really have many mutas to work with. He doesn't have a lot of minerals and gas in the bank. So he only has 5 mutas. That is enough for map control. Yes, that is not enough to really threaten these bases. We have queens. We have, there we go, Hydroden on the way. Demi looking to be in a commanding position. He's got a good economy, a good base count. 4th base is on the way. Hydroden is on the way. Everything is coming up Demi. Mutas have been revealed. Demi is aware. And what does Joey do from here? I mean, we can pick off a couple of overlords. We're getting a couple of workers. But we are still so far behind in that drone count. Here we go. Muta's going to be moving out. Rotating in between the bases. Spores are going to be burrowing. Demi going in for follow-up scouts. Really wise choice here. And with this follow-up scout, he's going to get eyes on the follow-up tech. Does get eyes on the Hydroden and the infestation pit. So Joey, he wants to try to get into Hydra Lurker Viper. That's going to be his win condition, which makes sense just because Joey is behind in the economy. So turtling up to Lurkers would be, again, a solid plan for him. Meanwhile, Demi is not droning. He droned up to 3-base saturation. He's had better mining for longer, and he has cut workers early on, and he's getting ready for a push. Demi is about to max out. Demi is about to max. The mutas, they do save in, but one muta already goes down. And now we can push. Now we are pushing. Lurker Den is on the way, but Demi should be able to hit before Lurkers arrive. We gotta send it, Pop. We gotta send it. And there we go. Demi is gonna be pushing. Behind this, the mutas, they take down a gas geyser. They don't get much else. And again, all Demi has to focus on is this frontal assault. Now we do have a wall of spine crawlers. Looking at the army tab here, Demi, he's up 20 roaches compared to his opponent. Overlord's going to be going down. Demi can push in. Pushing up this ramp is going to be brutal, but he's going to rotate around instead, pushing it towards that third. There are spine crawlers, but they should be focused down. They're Ravagers. Demi, he just sends roaches all the way into the main. Ignores the main army, gets into the main base. Drones are going to be going down. And he's going to be pulling Go-Go Joey apart. We have 3 lurkers all the way, but they're exposed. No, the lurkers. Lurkers are going to be focused down. We do take a while to the face, but every single lurker gets denied. And we're going to be looking to force that ace match. The Spire has been sniped, and GG gets called. Demi fighting back, forcing game number 3. GG. GG, well played. Again, Demi, far more decisive here in this game. Was in the driver's seat. Go-Go Joey was really bold, trying to rush into that Spire, to rush into mutas, and honestly, that did kill him. That did kill him in the end. was unaware that Demi had cut workers really early on at like around 40 drones, and Gogo Joey he had droned up to 60, and again was taking his gases, taking up into Spire, was caught with his pants down, and just like that, we're going all the way to the ace match. Let's go. Let us go. And it'll all end on our next map, on Alkione. It all ends on a much larger map, actually. Longer rush distances by ground, a lot of bases to be taken. On the one hand, I want to say that this is going to be a map kind of primed for a longer game, but based on what we've seen so far, unlikely. Our players have been very aggressive, very in each other's faces. Let's see how this does go on. Here we go. As spawning in the top right hand corner of Alkione, we have the blue Zerg player representing Team Hyper 1 for the land of Hong Kong, being forced into that ace match. It is Gogo Joey. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Indian Zerg player, the red Zerg representing Matcherino Esports. It is Demi. Fighting back in that last game, bringing us all the way to that ace match. And we'll see where we take this from here as Demi. Where are we going? Okay, so it has been, I don't want to say common, but we have seen a lot of Zerg players. Players like Dark, players like, I want to say Shin, a Laser as well. Do this. Rush into the goal base in ZVZ. Not just ZVZ, other matchups as well. And Demi is looking to do the same, so he's racing into that gold. And we'll see if Gogo Joey can scout this. We'll see if he can punish this. So, specifically in ZVZ, when a player takes this gold, usually it leads into an all-in. Usually, we rush into a fast Roach Warren, take our gases, and we use this gold base to just race into an all... I mean, it doesn't just have to be Roaches. It could just be a Ling Bane all-in as well. Lambo's done that before. And you just send it. Try to take advantage of this gold and try to stop your opponent before they can really keep up and catch up in their own economy as well. To leverage this advantage as best you can, as quickly as you can. So we'll see if Joey is able to get a read of what's going on and able to respond. Now, what is scary here for Gogo Joey is that this has not been a standard series. And even last game, as the boys are being pulled by the last day are not scattered. Even last game, remember, Demi did go for the unnatural natural. He skipped his natural base and went for the third as his natural. So he just has been very unorthodox. And because of that, he's still very difficult to read. And just because Gogo Joey scouts and just because he sees that the hatchery is missing doesn't mean that the goal base has been taken. Here we go. Joey's checking the triangular third, sees that nothing is here. Now he's going to be checking the linear third base. But the Lings will get eyes, there we go, on the gold. Gogo Joey, he sees, he's aware. Bailey Nest is on the way immediately. Gogo Joey, he's going for Ling Bane. He's looking to try and punish this, try to snowball out of control. We need spine crawlers. We desperately will need a spine crawler here. Without it, we can defend, but it's going to be close. It's going to be very micro-intensive for Demi. There we go. Joey, he has mined out that mineral patch. Joey reinforcing with pure Ling. Ling speed, of course, on the way. Demi does have the better economy. Does have the better income for the timing. There it is. Bailey's are on the way, but it looks like Demi should be able to shut this down. Ooh, yeah, he does force a cancel. A big moment there for Demi. He does delay the aggression. I'm still not loving the lack of spine crawler here. Instead, we just have the one queen. We'll see if we can hold on as Joey. He's going to be overwhelming the Lings. Does clean them up, ignores them, goes straight for the kill, goes straight for the main base even. Bailings are soon to waddle in. Demi trying to defend with his own Bailings. Doesn't want to waste them. Oh. Oh, and it looks like he will shut down the Bailings. One gets in, but one Bailing is not enough to kill a Mineral Lion. At the same time, Lings in the main base, they're being cleaned up, they're being shut down, but the Queen falls! And the gold base has been broken. Demi, he committed a little bit too much to defending in the main base, and he exposes his gold. Every drone's going to be going down. He's being pulled apart. The Bailings, they're finishing just in time. We do waste one of them, but it looks like we should have enough here to shut this down. 8 workers fall. The Bailings are being targeted down as well. Demi will hold him to the hatchery, but he's completely all in at this point. He is all in. He needs to do some counter damage. GG gets called. He won't be able to, and Go Joey will take the series 2-1. GG. GG, well played. Oh. Go Joey. He will be able to successfully shut down that gold. Again, I do think that Demi was being a little bit greedy there, a little bit too cavalier with how he was approaching that. Unfortunately, he was. Remember how I was talking about the spine crawler? Demi just said in the in-game chat. He said he forgot the spine. I'm shaking my head. God damn it. So Demi just said he forgot the spine crawler. And of course, Go Joey did a great job of just pulling away the attention of those Lings and exposing that gold base the way that he did. Able to pick him apart. GG, well played. And with that, we are going to be getting ready for our next series. Go Joey advances on. Demi gets knocked down to the lower bracket. Oh boy, where he's going to be facing off against the loser of our next series. Up next, we have Go Joey versus Nice. We go, at least I hope we do. Nice is currently missing in action, and I'm hoping that we can find him. Fingers crossed. Yeah, as I mentioned before, the bracket today is going to be a little bit smaller than normal, just because I guess it is the end of the year and a lot of players are busy or inactive or just taking a break, going on holidays. As a result, we do have 3 players here tonight. We have Go Joey versus Demi, which just wrapped up, and we have Nice, of course, waiting in that next round. We are going to be having a lower bracket, so we're going to be having a couple more games ahead of us here to determine who is going to be our champion. Who will it be? For now, though, we're going to be going on a short break. Going to be going on a very short break here, and when we return, hopefully we do have our next series. Again, Nice is currently missing in action, so we'll try to find him. We'll try to find him. Until then, see you in a couple of minutes. Take this moment to hydrate, hydra, search riches, massage your marines, and we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Oh, thank you so much, Paul Wilson TV, for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Gah, papi gah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Hope you're enjoying the content. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Enjoy your emotes. Enjoy your replay packs. Until then, we'll see you soon. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. I apologize for the extended break, for the extended delays, but we have returned with our second series of the broadcast. We've returned with our ZVP. And as we get into this, a big shout out to Hyper1 in the chat. Thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to the community. Thank you so much, Random Hyper1. We appreciate it. Of course, is the team owner of one of our players here, so I'm sure no bias in the chat. I'm sure. But I hope the Greek Gods. I'm sure Tiger Mare, ARJ Skater, Macrocosm, and Gildalin appreciate it. Thank you. And here we go as we dive into this. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Hecate, we have our Blue Zerg player from the land of Hong Kong representing Team Hyper1. It is Gogo Joey. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Protoss player from the land of Taiwan, the best player in all of Taiwan, representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice. Nice. Here we go, and for now, getting into our openers, do you see Gogo Joey going for a Hatch Gas Pool, forcing the unnatural natural. The openers are looking a lot more standard this time. There is no Demi to like shake things up like an animal. Like it was crazy what it was doing last game, our last series, going for like an unnatural natural in ZVZ, going for like a fast third base. It was wild what he was bringing to the table. But here we're kind of returning back to something that resembles more of a normal, a standard, and meta ZVP for the time being. Again, Nice can be at times unpredictable. He can play standard, don't get me wrong, but he can also be hyper aggressive as well and very in your face. If he sees an opportunity to, he will try to take advantage of you as well. So is someone that we have to keep an eye on when it comes to what his opener, what his build of choice will become. Now his probe just being as annoying as possible, delaying some mining here in the main base, being a nuisance to the mining of Go-Go Joey. Queens are now going to be on the way, and now we can just settle into things. From the side of Nice, I'm expecting something like a Stargate opener, Stargate into a third base. From that point, then we can kind of deviate in different directions. God, my brain is just so wired for PvT. We've been casting so much of Nice. We've been casting almost exclusively Nice versus Hon Mono these past couple of weeks. So I appreciate that we can spread our wings a little bit and enjoy some of these other matchups as well. And there it is. We do have the Stargate on the way. It's going to be the Stargate opener from Nice. We have been seeing quite a lot of Phoenix or Void Ray first, but from Nice, I'm expecting an Oracle, something a little bit more standard. The Oracle, of course, can get across the map a lot faster, can scout your opponents, can, of course, try to punish the economy as well and chip away at those drones. One Adept does shade in, confirming the lack of additional gases, and ideally getting a drone kill as well. We want at least one. Oh! Ooh, barely don't get it. So do barely save that drone in the end. Behind this, we now have two Adepts. Two Adepts do want your drones. And the first worker goes down. We get a second worker as well. Can we get a third? We can. Can we get a fourth? Oh, almost. And it looks like we barely do get... Oh, sorry. We barely don't get a fourth worker. 3 drones go down in total. We do get cleaned up. Ooh, but that was still a good amount of damage dealt here. A lot of lost mining time in the main base of Go-Go Joey. And behind this, we do have the first Oracle hitting the field, moving out across the map. Shield batteries on the way behind this just to be safe, just to be secure. Go-Go Joey does have quite a hefty amount of wings, but he won't be able to break this natural. Not with this, not anytime soon. And from here, it's going to be on Go-Go Joey to keep up with the Oracle. The first Oracle has arrived. Spore still not done. But we have plenty of Queens in position. Only one Spore, by the way, in the main base. There is no Spore. Okay, there we go. Now we have a second Spore on the way at the third. Additional Oracle production is continuing. We have the second Oracle, soon to be the third Oracle on the way. And from here, we should be expanding. We should be taking a third. Nice, I mean. I should be looking to expand and take his third base. Does catch a couple of these workers. Well, that's going to be a kill on the Spore Crawler. We're going straight into an EVA Chamber. This looks like +1 melee. Very fast EVA Chamber here from Go-Go Joey. 4 drones have gone down. Nice, getting the hell out of there. And yeah, a faster EVA Chamber like this should be leading into +1 melee to get to Ling Bane. And there it is. Bailey Nest has been thrown down. And this can lead into Hydra play as well. There it is. We have a wave of Lings in production. Third base has been spotted, has been confirmed. Nice moving out with a handful of Adepts. A decent chunk, actually. 4 Adepts moving out. But with 24 Lings in production, we should be able to shut this down without losing too many workers. Oh, the stasis! Ooh, does not finish. Clutch save there from Go-Go Joey. The Lings, they come in for a full surround. And we will clean up these Adepts. The Oracles are trading very nicely here, but the Queens do zone them back. Force back the Oracles. Adepts get cleaned up. And now Go-Go Joey can counterattack. Now he can try and threaten this third base. We do go for a big warp in. We should be able to hold on. Big warping of sentries. Force field's going to be available. And the Oracles are also racing back here as well. The Lings, they do get 1 probe. They go straight for the sentry. Up! And they can get 1. Oh, they barely can. No, the force field is just a little bit too good. Sentries will survive. Behind this, we have a Twilight Count to follow up with a Forge. It is going to be +1 charge, not blink. And Nice can hit a very strong timing with +1 charge and a couple of Archons. It'll be a very powerful push eventually here from Nice. Behind this, he's just setting up. Oh, hello, Mr. Platypus. As the Oracles are moving out. Again, we haven't really dealt too much economic damage. Looking at the units lost, it has been 8 workers over the course of this game. Hasn't been too bad. But Nice is looking for more damage. Sending his oracles back into the main base. Lings, they come in. They get eyes on the wall. And Stasis Trap is going to be triggered. We do have to respect it. We have to back up. And Nice, he's working on his push. I mentioned before, we still have those upgrades on the way. There's the Warp Prism as well, alongside the Gateway Explosion. So going to be a very potent attack here from Nice on 3 bases. He has the option to take a 4th though, and he looks like he will. 4th is on the way. Should still be pushing, but not as committed. Behind this, Joey just getting saturated on 3 bases. Infestation Mid is on the way for Hive Tech. Roach Warren has been thrown down, so it's not going to be Ling Bane into Hydra. Thankfully, again, upon seeing the army composition, Joey, he knows that he does need Roaches to really round this out. Roach production well underway. Nice is going to be pushing. And can he threaten this hatchery? Can he threaten this 4th? Queen looking a bit exposed, going for a big warp in into the main. Queen is going to be going down. Oracle's zoned away by the Spore at least. We do get a lot of Lings. And at the same time, big Zealot warp in. Thankfully, there are some reinforcements in position. Roaches and Waddling in as well, and we should be able to clean this up without losing too much. The Zealots are forced back, but at the same time, we're breaking through the 4th. It looks like there's just too much here. Good force field as well, trapping all those drones. And this 4th hatchery, it's gonna fall. There's no saving it. Or is there? Roaches are coming in. We're focusing down one of those Archons. Big pickup. One Archon does go down. Good kiting as well. We're running out of steam. We're running out of Zealots. Wow, and the hatchery will be saved. Oh, Nice will be losing his prism in the main base. A big overextension from Nice. And now suddenly, Joey is in the driver's seat. He catches an Archon, cleans up the Zealots, cleans up the Warp Prism. Nice. He's forced to back off. And what do we have at home to defend? We have 1 Immortal. We have a Disruptor on the way. 2nd Robo in production, but it's going to be quite late. It is going to be late here. And we're knocking down the front door. Knocking down the gateway. Things, they catch some of those reinforcing Zealots, or some of those harassing Zealots. Nice, he's just slowly kiting his way up in towards that 4th. Or towards that 3rd. Disruptor has arrived. How good is the Nova going to be? Oh, is he looking? He's not looking! Oh, massive connection. Oh my god. I'm afraid to look. But a massive connection. Half of the army just gets obliterated in one fell swoop. And suddenly, Nice. He's not looking too bad. Mate, you saw what one purification Nova can do? Mate, what about 2? What about 2 Disruptors, 2 Novas? 4th base up and running. The economy has been left untouched. The gateways are being thrown down once again, just so we can maintain our production. And the pendulum swinging now in favor of Nice. Fifth Nexus on the way, as Joey is taking his 5th. Our Zerg player here, not looking too hot, is behind in the economy. Roach pushing towards the left-hand side, doesn't quite commit. We can't quite commit. There it goes up. Ooh, oh my. We just don't miss. We clean up all the roaches. Ling's going to be going down as well. Here we go, Joey. We're trying to catch some of these Disruptors, but alas, we don't catch them. We get 1 at least. But the Novas, they still connect. Oh, nicely snowballing out of control. The Nova shots, the Purification Novas have just been too good. Their connections have been insane. And now we're fighting our army with Colossi. Meanwhile, behind this, Joey is going to be investing into Ultras. The Hive is done. We're getting up to 5 base economy. Joey is up to 90 drones. Nice is on 103 probes. TY, is that you? We don't need this many. I'll be honest, at this point, the worker count of Nice is hurting him more than it's helping him. 102 probes is excessive, and that is gonna mean that the army supply of Nice is gonna be smaller than normal if we max out. Once we get to that maxed out point, it's just, yeah, it's gonna be hurting Nice quite a bit. Meanwhile, Ultras have arrived. Likewise, Joey on 90 drones, but he may just be about to lose some. Yeah, he's going to be losing some here on the right-hand side. Delts have arrived. And Colossi Disruptor is good, but against mass Ultra like this, we need Immortals. And there we go. Double Immortal production on the way here. For Nice, this is what we've been missing. It is what we need. Just pushing on the left-hand side, getting on top of some of the stack defense, but here come the Archons. No victor off! And the moments they will connect on the Ultras. Oh, we trapped them as well! The Ultras are stuck, they're trapped, locked in by the Zealots. At the same time, the wall is not a wall, and Lings, they flood into the main, they flood into the natural. Ultras knocking down that front door as well. Nice is committed, by the way. We're going for a base trade. Ooh, the Robos are depowered. Big pickoffs. Robos are depowered. Nice, he recalls back home. He recalls his Colossi all the way back home to clean up. That is going to mean this frontal assault is that much weaker. Novas, if you connect, Disruptor's going to be going down. Ultras are getting on top of the Archons, and it looks like Joey may just have too much. He catches the army, cleans it up, and at the same time across them, the Colossi, they cannot deal with this. They're so low. 2 of them go down. 17 probes the main base as well. Nice, he is hurting, he's been pulled apart. The recall did not work out for him. It hurt him more than it helped him. It may have been better just to commit to the base trade instead of turning back around. And we catch another Nexus. Joey has maxed out, killing another 28 probes. The Nexus will fall. And Nice just doesn't really have much left. I'll be honest, he's got a handful of Immortals. He's got a couple of Archons on the way. And speaking of, we catch the Archons as well. +3 melee, just annihilating this army. We get on top of those Immortals for a second time. GG gets called, and Joey will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Let's go. GG, well played, Joey. I mean, I'll be honest. I was very concerned. I was very concerned for Joey. He was being pulled apart initially. Nice was doing an amazing job dealing damage, harassing across the map, killing workers, getting to a really comfortable economic position. But again, the base trade, that is when things went south for Nice. He kind of committed, kind of didn't. Recalled back home. The recall wasn't enough to defend, and it did weaken his main push as well. Honestly, if you remember, when it came to the main assault of of Nice, his push was cleaned up by Lings. And if he had 3 Colossi with his main army, if he had stuck with it, then I do think he would have been able to break through. I don't know if he would have won that game, but it would have been very chaotic. Would have been a very chaotic game, very chaotic base trade from that moment, and could have gone either way. Alas, that is going to be game 1 in the books. And now we're getting ready for game number 2. Catching up. Hawaiian pizza. What was that in reference to? What? I would be open for some pizza right now. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe what day is tomorrow? Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. It's a pretty good day for pizza. That's tempted. Here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Radisson Station. We have the blue Zerg player from the land of Hong Kong representing his new team, Hyper 1. Leading the series 1-0, it is Joey. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss, the red Protoss player representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice. Catching up in the chat. This game has been back and forth, to put it lightly. Yeah, it's It was a roller coaster ride of emotions, Pop. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was beautiful. It's everything that I want in a StarCraft game, and yeah, Gogo Joey able to just stick to his guns, able to commit, able to bring it back in the end amidst all the chaos. And here we go. Now we're getting into our next game. Getting into game number 2. Gogo Joey just going for a hatch first. And I should also emphasize that we are loading into Radisson Station for the first time in a long time. When was the last time I casted on Radisson Station? WTL? Yeah, World Team League last week. It's been a while. A week, like a week or 2 weeks doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're casting multiple times a day, like there's a lot of StarCraft that we're going through, and yeah, we very rarely ever get to cast on Radisson Station, so I appreciate it. And I'm concerned. So, okay, we have casted Nice on Radisson Station before. We casted Nice on Radisson Station in WTL during the round robin stage during Starlight Twinkle versus Team Basilisk. Fun fact, they went all the way to the ace match. Starlight Twinkle and Team Basilisk, Basilisk being Cyril, Raynor, and Trigger. And Starlight Twinkle took it to the ace match, brought it all the way to game 7. And Nice went up against Cyril on Radisson Station. And Nice wasn't looking bad at all. A lot of it does come down to the map, true. Nice was able to rush into Sky Toss, was able to force a late game and get into 5 base versus 5 base, or I think it was like 4 to 5 base versus 4 to 5 base of Cyril. And Cyril did win in the end, but it was not the easiest of games, I'll be honest. Nice was looking terrifying. And the reason for this, of course, is because this map specifically is very favored towards defensive play. It is very easy to get up to 3 base economy, to get up to a 4th base as well, to wall up and get into Sky Toss, and to kind of skip the early to mid game. It isn't just about skipping the early, it isn't just about skipping the mid game, it's about skipping that alongside also having a very fortified position, so you don't have to worry about Ling counterattacks, bailing run bys, just aggression in general gets stifled here on Radisson Station. And a Protoss player like Nice can get really comfortable on a map like this. There it is, Void Ray first. So it's going to be a Stargate opener into a Void Ray. The Void Ray is going to be shutting down this Overlord, and we can go in a couple of different directions. We can go into Sky Toss, we can throw down the Fleet Beacon, second Stargate, go into Carriers and Tempest. We could go into Glaive Adepts. I wouldn't be in love with Glaive Adepts here, just because the rush distance by ground is quite long on this map. This is also very defensible as well, so we'll see what kind of direction Nice takes us in. Regardless, the power of this Void Ray opener is to shut down the Overlord and to keep Gogo Joey in the dark, to keep him guessing as to what Nice is up to. Now from here, Nice should be taking a 3rd, and yep, there we go, the pocket base is being taken as a 3rd, and soon, momentarily, we will be getting into our tech of choice. We're not there yet, but in a couple of seconds, we'll be throwing down either another Stargate, a Twilight Council, a Forge, a Robo. We'll see where Nice takes us, as that is a second Void Ray. That is not normal. With a second Void Ray coming out, there are a couple of options. We could still throw down a Twilight Council and go into Charge Lots, or more likely, second Stargate. Overlord is going to get caught out. Oracle making its way towards the pocket base. Spore Crawler is done. And there it is, +1 air attack. It is going to be a rush into Sky Toss. 2, 3 workers going to be going down. Again, not the first time we've seen Protoss players rush into Sky Toss here on Radisson Station. I still haven't seen the second Stargate, which is a bit perplexing to me. Or the Fleet Beacon. There we go. It is a little bit delayed. We had the money for it, which is why I was really confused. But there it is. Second Stargate is on the way. Stage Trap going to be thrown down. And do we react? Oh! We do pull back in time. And there's that Fleet Beacon. Now again, I do believe that this Fleet Beacon and Stargate is late. Now, the reason why it's late is because we made a second Void Ray. A second and a 3rd Void Ray. And a 4th. Oh my god, we're going mass Void Ray. So the reason why this is delayed is usually you make 1 Void Ray and you don't make any additional Stargate units, which is why you're able to have resources to invest into a faster Fleet Beacon, a faster second Stargate, into faster carriers. You also delay +1 the air attack. But this is a more old school variation. This looks like Mass Void Ray into Flux Veins. So a much more unique style of Sky Toss from Nice is we're playing like it's 2020 with Mass Void Ray, puppy. If you were around us, that's going to be a kill, not a cancel on the hatchery. Oh my god. A kill on the hatchery, not like this. Gogo Joey is going for a Spire, but that is a brutal loss. 300 minerals down the drain. Queens are trying to keep up, but there's no tumor. There's nothing connecting the bases. Another Queen is going to fall. Flux Veins on the way. If you were an active player or an active viewer back in the early days of COVID, of 2020, 2021, you'd be aware pre the Void Ray nerf that Mass Void Ray and Void Ray openers were very much so a common thing in this matchup, and we're back. We are back. Third Stargate on the way. Void Race being forced back for the time being, but we've already done a lot of damage. We've already killed 2 drones. We already killed the 4th base, delaying the economy. Gogo Joey is getting into Muta play, actually, not Corruptors, which makes sense. Corruptors melt against Void Rays, so Mutas are a little bit more manageable, but you need a flock. That's the problem. You need a mass amount of Mutas to go toe-to-toe with Void Rays. Otherwise, things are going to get quite close, quite intense. How many Void Rays do we have? 7. 7 Void Rays, soon to be 9. We have the Mothership on the way. +1 air attack is done for Nice. Yeah, we activate the Pulsar Beam, the Prismatic Alignments. We're going for the base, but the Mutas have been revealed. The Void Rays will back off. Now you can see here that the Mutas didn't chase. The Mutas, we do need support of the Queens and the Spores. We cannot fight head-to-head yet. We're getting there, though. We have 7 more Mutas on the way. Corruptors, +1 flyer attack. And upon seeing those Mutas, Gogo Joey has to make a choice. Do we go into Phoenix production? Do we go into Archons or Blink Stalkers on the ground to support? Speaking of, there's no gateways. Only 1 gateway here for Nice. Sorry, only 2 gateways. He's not investing into any kind of ground support. This is typically a really risky thing to do. The reason why I say this is because Vipers shut this down. Like 1 or 2 power bombs, and this army can't really engage. Usually when it comes to an ideal death bull of a Sky Toss army, it isn't pure Sky Toss, there's ground units to support it. You know, Storms, Archons, even Blink Stalkers, Immortals, depending on what the Zerg player is up to. So going pure Void Ray like this is really risky. It has a lot of potential, don't get me wrong, but if Gogo Joey realizes what's happening, then he can't shut it down. You know, Void Rays have been revealed. Joey, oh god, will be losing one of his Corruptors. Not the best start here for Gogo Joey. How many Voids? 14 Void Rays, soon to be 17. These Spores are going to be going down. Oh, we do end up losing one of those Voids. Yeah, there's that Cloak. We just go to town here. Overseers are not going to be able to finish. We do dive on top of the Mothership, but there's no detection. Mothership is going to go down, but the Void Rays, they go ham on this army, and Gogo Joey's going to lose everything. Going to lose every single Muta, every single Corruptor. The Void Rays, they reign supreme. We are back. It is 2020 all over again. I've seen this before. GG gets called, and Nice will type the series 1-1. GG. Oh. I thought we were done with the Mass Voids. I thought we put that behind us. Locked away in the past, but no. Void Rays are eternal, apparently, as yeah, Gogo Joey, Nice is snowball out of control. The reality is that against a Mass Void Ray style like this, you do need spellcasters. I was alluding to Vipers. Infestors can help as well, but spellcasters are very necessary here to deal with this. Instead, Gogo Joey had just relied on Mass Skyzer, going Muta into Corruptor, and in a head-to-head fight, as we saw, it's just not ideal, especially against that Mothership time. Was brutal in the end, and yeah, with that, Nice will tie up the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. Let's go. On top of that, when it comes to that kind of army from Gogojoey, he cannot fight that head-to-head. He needs support from Queens and Spores. And as we saw, there was a line of Spores, but the Spores died first, before the Skyzer could engage. So it was a very disjointed defense from Gogojoey. He needed everything together, the Queens, the Spores, and the Mutas and Corruptors, but it all came in one after the other. It trickled in, and as a result, Nice did snowball out of control. GG, well played. And now, we're getting into the ace match. We are getting into our final game of the series. I see, the Micah Cat has arrived. Here we go. Looks like our ace match is going to be on Solaris. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player from the land of Hong Kong, representing Team Hyper 1. It is Gogojoey. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Starlight Twinkle, tying up the series 1-1. It is Nice. I see the chat. Joey's trying to give Nice to Demi. Demi's saying, I don't want Nice. Nice will give me a bad time. I believe, Demi, I believe. Have faith, Bobby, have faith. Demi, we've seen you take down some big names before. You've done it before. You can do it again. Have faith, Bobby, have faith. Aye. Where is Hon Mono when you need him? Hung Mono. Oh, I told you, he's spending time with his wife. He's spending the night with his body pillows. Smooch. Oh, God. So here we go. For the time being, Hatch Gas Pool, standard opener out of Gogojoey. Likewise, Nice going for a gate expand as well. Everything is looking standard so far. Everything's looking by the book. Gogojoey isn't tempted to like go into a gas first or like a 12 pool or anything crazy like that. Not yet. Not tempted. And now we're at a much more standard game. Standard map, I should say. To reiterate what happened in the last game as well, it's not like, you know, this mass void ray style is common by any means, or we see it too often. A big reason why it worked in the last game, outside of what we spoke about, is also because of the map. Raz the Station is very unique in that way. There's a reason why Raz the Station is the most vetoed map in the map pool, which is why I was pleasantly surprised that we saw it, and very quickly we all saw the reason why it is vetoed so often, because you can get away with rushing into a mass void ray or mass carrier or mass tempest or doing whatever you want on a map like that, just because it is so difficult to punish the defending player. I say the defending player because this is applicable to a lot of matchups, even ZVZ for example. We've seen some hyper greed in ZVZ on Raz the Station. It's wild. So yeah, it can just be really difficult to delay them, to stop them, to punish them. And Nice, you got out of control. But for now, we have our tech of choice, and for the first time this series, that is a Twilight Council, not a Stargate. Okay, nice. You have my attention. Now, with this Twilight Council opener, if we pull out a gas, it would be Glaives. This is like a Dark Shrine opener. It feels like DTs, but we'll see what he throws down. Again, the reason why I say this is because we are still 3-3. We still have 6 workers mining gas. As I say that, Glaives is on the way, but I'm curious. I'm very curious about this. So, because we are continuing to mine gas, this leads me to believe this is not just Glaive Adepts. This means that we can commit a little bit harder. We can still throw down a Dark Shrine alongside this. We can go up to 6 gateways instead of 4. We'll see. We'll see how this all comes together. For now, we have the 1 gateway done here at the Natural. We have 3 gateways in production. There it is. That is going to be a 5th and a 6th gateway. So now we know why we stayed in gas. It's because this is not 4-gate Glaive Adepts. This is 6-gate Glaive Adepts. A much more aggressive, much more committed variation. Oh boy. So this is going to hit harder. This is going to hit not faster, but harder nonetheless. Meanwhile, we can see Gogojoey preparing back at home. We do have a safety spine crawler on the way. I'm loving this. So against standard 4-gate glaives, you actually don't need a spine crawler, but Gogojoey, he's taking a very defensive position. He's taking this very seriously. Lings are on the way. Roach Warren, spine crawler. Gogojoey is cutting workers at 39, just under 40. So far, he's doing everything as it should, as he should. Is it going to be enough, though? At the end of the day, it comes down to the execution, and Nice can still get out of hand. Here we go. Adept's going to be threatening a shade here on the right-hand side. Likewise, you have 2 more Adepts threatening a shade towards that third. Don't commit. Don't commit on the right, but we do get a couple of drones who do deny some mining time. At the same time, Adepts a shade on the right-hand side. They get surrounded, though. Gogojoey dives on top of these Adepts, will shut them down, but we commit to the shade. We get into the main, and we go for another massive warp in. The Queens are falling. Adepts have arrived, and this is getting a bit out of hand. Well, the Adepts at the third base are on a move. Lings are cleaned up. And we haven't done enough damage so far. We've only killed 3 drones. This is not enough. The Adepts are being shut down. The Prism gets targeted as well. And Gogojoey, he is defending. He is cleaning this up. And again, this just hasn't done enough damage. Nowhere near. Nice, back at home. He's still committed. What do I mean by that is that he's still making a War Prism, and we have a Robotics Bay on the way. Very delayed third, or non-existent third base here from the Protoss. Soon to be on the way. But Gogojoey, he's able to, breathe a sigh of relief. Layer in production is actually about to finish. Gases are being taken as well. From here, Gogojoey, he can just get further ahead. Doesn't have to counterattack. I think even a counterattack may be a mistake. So we're just going to be chilling, joining. Nice, getting ready for wave number 3. Oh boy. Third wave is coming. Our roaches are keeping up. Roach speed is in production. Spine crawler unburrowed. Hopefully it does burrow soon. As an overseer comes in for a scout, does get eyes on the bay. We are fully aware of the disruptor drop that's coming. The reason why I say that was the Prism does take a lot of hits. Is we saw the researching Twilight Council. Sorry, the researching Robotics Bay. So Prism speed is the logical conclusion here. It's very common to go into disruptors as a follow-up from Glaive Adepts. I'm sure Gogojoey is aware. And the army races back home. Gogojoey enjoying a decent worker lead. He can throw down a 4th base afterwards. Or 4th base from here. There it is. 4th is now on the way. Yeah, +1 blink in production from Nice. The game is going to be settling from here. I want to give the edge to Gogojoey, but I'm not too fond of this. He's going to be pushing in, but pushing into an overcharge. We're bleeding out too much. We're bleeding out far too many roaches. This was not the fight we were looking for. Yeah, Nice. He wants to punish this. He will chase this down. Nova goes up. Up. Oh, massive connections. Oh, I'm getting deja vu. Big connections here. We clean up so many of these roaches. And now Nice, he can keep on pushing. He can chase this down. Feeling like Hecate. So we clean up the links. We dive on top of the roaches as well. The disruptors, they have reset. We have it. Nova's available. We were meant to go into a longer game. Things are meant to settle down. Decent connection here on the roaches. Another Nova goes up as well. Oh my god, getting 4 roaches. And it looks like Nice, he's snowballing out of control. The Purification Novas have been too good this entire series, not just this game. They've been the MVPs. And Gogojoy just doesn't have enough to hold on. Another big war from behind this. GG gets called, and Nice will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. Nice. It does take the series 2-1 here, taking down Gogojoy. The initial Adepts didn't really do too much damage, this is true, but the follow-up Disruptors, they were the real threat, and they just pulled Gogojoy apart. Joey just could not keep up with him, and I mean, I say that. Unfortunately, Joey was caught out in the center of the map with his earlier Roach push. Did kind of fall in its face, and Nice just capitalized on the mistake of Gogojoy, shutting him down. GG, well played, and congratulations to Nice for advancing on. Meanwhile, Gogojoy will have... Oh god, sorry. Meanwhile, Gogojoy will have another shot, another opportunity, as he's going to be going up against another player. He's going to be having a rematch against Demi in the lower bracket. Oh boy, and we will get ready for that. We will get ready for that. There it is. Bam. Gogojoy versus Demi. Only 2 matches remaining here. We have this matchup here, and then the winner of this series moves on to the grand finals to face off against Nice in a best of 5. There you go. Demi was chilling in the chat earlier. Was looking at what Nice was doing to his boy. Smudge. Look away, Papi, look away. But up next, we will be getting into the ZVZ. For the time being, we're going to be going on a short break. If you enjoyed this tournament series, if you enjoy Grand Platypus Open, if you want to support the Southeast Asian, Oceanic, and rest of Asia region, consider supporting us. !Patreon. Patreon in the chat will give you a link to support all of our events that we host. Events like Grand Platypus Open, Sparkling Tuna Cup, and the Tenacious Total Tussle. So Patreon is the place to do it. Otherwise, we also have a Matcherino page. !Matcherino in the chat if you want to support this tournament specifically and boost the prize pool. So you can support us on Patreon or Matcherino. Up to you. Up to you if you want to. Otherwise, you can follow us. You can just follow us on Twitch. You can follow us on YouTube. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, from here we are going to be going on a short break. When we return, we will have our next series. See you soon. Vetoes are underway. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Oh, I don't know what I'm about to stumble into. Welcome back, everyone, to the lower bracket finals. The lower bracket finals of Grand Platypus Open number 100, the final GPO of the year. Vetoes are done, and as they were conducting the vetoes, I made a joke. I was like, oh, guys, you should totally play on Raz's Station. And then Demi was like, why do you want us to suffer? And then he's like, okay. And I was like, no, I was just joking, man. I was just joking. And here we are. Here we are. Both of our players here, both Demi and GoGoJoey, they were both smojing in the chat. They were both like, oh, what have we done? No one was looking forward to this, but I am. And here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Raz's Station. We have the best player in all of Hong Kong. The new Kong from Hong Kong, if you will. Representing Team Hyper 1, it is GoGoJoey. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Indian Zerg player, the red Zerg representing Maturino Esports. It is Demi. And as we settle into this, as we were getting into Raz's Station, both players were like, oh, is this just going to be Muta versus Muta? Like, let's go. It's possible, it's possible. As we are being as greedy as possible, we're getting into a very fast third base, a gasless opener here from Demi. He's crazy, but this is not the first time we've seen this out of him. But this is something you can get away with on a map like Raz's Station. It is going to be a hatch before gas, before spawning pool. If we wanted to cut even more corners, we could have gone pool before gas as well. It would have been crazy, but possible. I think we saw several do it before. So to wind it back here, if you're maybe watching, you're like, what's with all the hate on Raz's Station? What's going on right now? So this is the most vetoed map in the map pool. We very rarely get to see this map. We only get to see it in tournaments like WTL, World Team League. The other reason why we see it on World Team League is because there are no vetoes. No vetoes in WTL. But here we're seeing it a little bit more often. Tonight, specifically in GPO, because our players we're clowning. We're having fun. I mean, it's the end of the year, you know. Happy New Year's, Papi. Happy New Year's. As we were getting into this, GoGoJoey even said himself, he was like, Merry Christmas, Light, just for you. Oh, let's go. So, yeah, we're just, we're going to experience Raz's Station together. We're talking about it. There is, of course, a pocket base here, so you can take a third base very quickly. GoGoJoey going for the pocket as his third. Demi taking his triangular third base, or the typically fourth base as a third instead, saving this pocket for later. So Demi thinking a little bit further ahead. Of course, a really greedy opener. The rush distance by ground is very long. It's a very long rush distance by ground. You also have a ramp leading into the natural as well, so you have the high ground point of elevation as a defender's advantage. And yeah, Demi's just cutting so many corners here. Now getting into Bailings and Link Speed. GoGoJoey, likewise, gonna be going gas. Oh, he's going gasless. I was wondering what was going on. So Joey's going for his own greed. He's going for a gasless opener into a faster third base as well. So both players are rushing into a third as quickly as possible in their own ways. Joey, though, is cutting even more corners. And basically, if you open up gasless like this, now we're taking as many gases as we can to catch up. Typically, the gasless Zerg player in GoGoJoey will be skipping Link Speed. They will skip Link Speed, they will skip the Bailiness as well. Just because these gases are so late anyway, it's not worth catching up. And from here, we can go straight into a lair and straight into roaches. Or we could go lair into mutants. 4 gases have been taken. Demi, he scouts, he saw he's aware of what's been going on. He knows, Papi, he knows. Demi, he likes it. Oh my god. As Demi's going to be coming with the scout, he has obviously seen the gasless opener of his opponent. He has pieced it together. Gas is being taken. Drone going to be shut down. 0 links here to defend for GoGoJoey. Boys are being pulled. And can we pick off some of these workers? We can get 1. We can get 2. I like that Demi's bonding with Joey. He's like, you're an animal. You're just like me. Beautiful. Roach Warren's on the way. Evo Chamber as well. we can still go into muted, so we have options here for Go-Go Joey. Likewise, Demi investing into his own gases. I love that we cancelled the Bathing Nest. Bathing Nest was cancelled. We realized we didn't need it. Link Speed wasn't cancelled, so some wasted gases here for Demi. But here we go. The Spire is on the way. Demi is going into 2 Ace Muta. Soon to be 3 base Muta. Meanwhile, Go-Go Joey plus on range. That tells us that Joey does want to go into Roaches. Interesting. Okay, so Joey's going to be committing here to Roach play, Demi racing. Oh, he's going for a Nidus all-in. Let's go. Now, Joey hasn't scouted the Spire, but Demi has a reputation. And Demi even said himself in the lead up to this that Mutas were going to be on the table on Raz's station. So Joey is blindly going for a Roach all-in, designed to kill, punish, and shut down a player that's racing into Mutas. So this may just be a bit of a, I don't know if I want to say like a build order win, but like a solid counter here from Go-Go Joey. Nidus is done. We have the Overlord here slipping into that main base. Lings do get eyes on this. We can maybe punish this. We can maybe deny it. There we go. Nidus on the front. Oh my god. A Nidus here in front of the third base going for a 4th Demi. He's wild, but he does get eyes on this. He will shut it down. Lings have arrived, and this Nidus will not complete. Oh, sorry, it will. Can we transfuse? We can transfuse! And we barely keep the... Oh, we keep the Nidus alive. Oh my god, it will barely survive. And now Demi's in a lot of trouble. We have 12 Mutas on the way. We need some drones. We need some drones coming in as well to throw down some spores. We have a lot of queens, but some spores would cement this here for Go-Go Joey. Catches a queen, pushing into the third. Oh, sorry, pushing into the natural. Lings are being caught out there with the drones. Some of those are curious that we throw down spore crawlers. We need those spores to deal with the Mutas. Spores are on the way. The boys are being pulled. We're diving on top of this army. We're trying to focus out as many of these queens as we can. We get 2. We get 2 queens, a 3rd queen, soon to be a 4th queen, but it's just too much. GG gets called, and Go-Go Joey will take game number 1. Whew. GG. And before I get ahead of myself, a big shout out to Jadoff in the chat. I apologize, there was a lot going on at the time. There was a lot to talk about in Raz's Station, but a big shout out to Jadoff. Thank you so much for the raid. We raided Jadoff earlier today after KSL. So welcome, everyone. Welcome to our 2nd broadcast of the night. Welcome to the 2nd broadcast here to Grand Platypus Open. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Jadoff, of course, he's an Australian Terran player. Typically plays mech, but it's like, can we forgive, Papi? We forgive. It's okay. Is okay. As that is going to be game 1 in the books, and now we're getting ready for game numero 2. Let's go. Ooh. Here we go. Yeah, Go-Go Joey saying that it was really close because he almost didn't even have the Nidus. Like, it almost was shut down. I mean, I believe that it would not finish. I believe that Demi would have been able to shut that down, but you know, 1 second too late. Did barely finish in time. Here we go. We're getting ready for game number 2. Going to be on Solaris. Solaris is going to be our map of choice. So we're loading in to determine, does it all end here and now? Go-Go Joey needs 1 more win to advance on to the grand finals. Demi needs 1 win to force the ace match. The last time they faced off earlier today, it did go to the ace match. It did go all the way to game 3. So I want to believe that it can happen again. I want to believe that we can go the distance. I want to believe. Gibbs, Pappy. Gibbs, more games. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Solaris, we have the blue Zerg player. The best Zerg player, or the best player in all of Hong Kong, representing Team Hyper 1. It is Go-Go Joey. 1 game is all he needs. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. Oh my, going for a 12 pool. Hold up. Excuse me, earlier today, Demi, I just said his name, earlier today he did actually say and ask his opponent not to 12 fool him, to play honorably, but there is no honor, not anymore. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Indian Zerg player representing Matcherino Esports. It is Demi. Going for a 12 pool. If you remember, earlier today, the first series of the day, Demi did ask Gogo Joey. He was like, no 12 pool. Play with honor. Ay, ay, ay. But now, it's out the window. No holds bar. Not from Demi. So it is going to be a Hatch Gas pool standard opener out of Gogo Joey. Demi going to be opening with the 12 pool. Now, for those that are curious, we should be expanding. 12 pools are... there are all-in yeah, we're going all-in. I was going to say, there are all-in variations of 12 pool where you pull the boys, or you can throw down a natural base and transition out of it. But we're completely all-in at this point, one way or another. The game is going to end, and Gogo Joey does spot the all-in. Would you see the boys? And Joey, he has to respond. Is he going to allow this hatchery to finish? We need to prepare in the main. We'll see. As again, the army is soon to arrive. Spine crawlers are going to be necessary. Good control. There is that cancel on that natural base. We need as many resources as we can to defend. There it is. Ling's getting in trouble with that spawning pool. Spines are in production here for Gogo Joey. But is it going to be enough? God, that is 6 spine crawl. That's a lot of spines. First is going to be cancelled. Joey just trying to buy time for his spine crawlers. That spawning pool under threat though, taking a lot of damage. So the spine crawler is going to be cancelled. Lings, they do come in just in time. Spawning pool so very low. And it looks like Gogo Joey, these spine crawlers will finish, but not without losing the spawning pool. Is that enough though? Again, Demi is all in. He has no economy behind this. He has 2 drones mining. He's going back home. Demi, he's turning back around. Spine crawlers, they're waddling on forward. They're trying to burrow. Other Lings. They go for the surround. They almost take down a spine crawler, but Joey's going to be able to clean this up. He's going to be able to defend. Plenty of spine crawlers are available. Oh my god, the spine on spine action. And with this, Gogo Joey, he does hold, and we're in a really odd place where Joey technically has less drones, but he's been mining more for longer. Demi does make it back home. Demi has a spawning pool. Joey doesn't. And yeah, we're just going to calm down. but the game is kind of going to reset. I think I like Demi's position a little bit more, because he can start up a queen. He can get into his natural base without too much issue. Joey has to wait a little bit longer to actually even make a spawning pool here. Okay. We're resetting. We're starting the game over, essentially. We are starting over. We can see Joey, he's just trying to delay that expansion for as long as he can. Oh, so far so good. The hatchery is on the way. You can see Joey still working on that spawning pool, and yeah, Demi, he's kind of running away with this. He's getting fully saturated. He can soon take his gases. Joey going to try to expand, but there's a Ling here to deny him. 1 Ling. Oh god. Not anymore. Does get dragged into the spine crawlers. Is there a world? Okay, hold up. Imagine if instead of expanding here, we unburrowed all these spine crawlers and we waddled across the map. Imagine if that's what we went for after the initial defense. I'm just theorizing. How long would it take? Yo, there are speed zones. Could that have worked? I'm just trying to think of a world where like we could have made use of all these spines, outside of being stuck at home. I mean, I think the problem with that kind of scenario is that we have an overlord here to scout, so Demi would have seen it coming well ahead of time. It would have been fun though. would have been a lot of fun. As Joey's taking his natural base, Demi already on 2 bases, droning, saturating, queens are out. Again, Joey's just 1 step behind. Now, because we have all these spine cores, we need to theorize here at this point. how do we make best use of these spines? Well, we have to cut corners. It may be wise to skip Ling Speed, skip Banelings. We may even go straight to Mutas, right? Like, if we have this much stacked defense, rushing into Mutas would make sense for a Go-Go Joey. And Demi's still gasless. Oh. Interesting. So Demi's focusing on his economy, but if Joey is able to get away with this lair, if he's able to get a handful of Mutas, he will gain map control and he can recover. Can recover from this position. Again, Mutas would give him just so much breathing room if we got there. And we are investing into Link Speed. Okay, curious. I would have assumed that we would have skipped it. But it is on the way. Meanwhile, we can see Demi walling off, getting into what looks to be 2-base Roach. Do have that 200 gas. There it is. Spire is on the way. Spire in production for Go-Go Joey. And from here, I mean, yeah, he's going to be able to get out with his Mutas. He's going to be able to shut down these Overlords. The question becomes, can Demi go for the counter Nidus? That becomes the next question here. Demi, he does have some vision on the map, and a Roach Queen Nidus all-in would most likely kill Go-Go Joey. There it is, Overlord Speed is on the way. Then he's trying to get a scout off. We do get eyes on the researching Evo Chamber. Demi working on a third. Demi still maintains a better economy. The Mutas will complicate things. Zero shame. Catching up. Now the third. Sure, it's going to be zoned away. And there we go. We have 4 Mutas in production. Demi finally coming in for the scouts, but there is no Nidus run from Demi, so we can't really punish this. Does confirm the Muta play. Demi can't quite do much more from here. Yeah, he's just stuck droning. He's going to have to turtle up here on 3 bases. And Demi may just have to tech up into an Infestation Pit and a Hydra Den. There it is. Spores are on the way. Mutas have arrived. And we are looking for some Overlords. Speaking of, we do have the Overseer here on the right-hand side. Dancing with the Overlords of Demi. Lings up, bit of an overextension. Oh. They try to get a scout off. They run into roaches. A decent scout nonetheless. From Joey. Muta count getting higher. +1 melee is on the way, so we're doubling down on Muta production. All Demi has to do is just turtle. Honestly, he just has to turtle up, have take advantage of his better economy, get into Vipers or Hive Tech, Vipers, Hydras, Lurkers. It's a very slow style, that is true, and I'm sure Demi knows he's ahead and he wants to assert himself, but that's kind of how you have to approach these Mutas. Do appreciate the Burrows on the way so we can get into Tunneling Claws. Looks like we can almost catch a Queen. Casito. There it is. Tunneling Claws on the way, so Demi can harass with his roaches. Eventually. Spine Crawlers are repositioning. And essentially, Go-Go Joey's on a timer. So over the course of this game, Demi should gain access to a better army, to a higher quality army. Something that will outscale these Mutas. I mean, I've been saying that, but we still don't have a Hydra Den, which is a little bit concerning. No Hydra Den yet from Demi. No Infestation Pit either. He can invest, but for the time being, he's just chilling here with more roaches. Ooh, 2 mutas go down. Joey rotating around, trying to find another way in. So far, unable to. And there it is. Finally, our tech of choice. It is a little bit delayed here, but it's on the way. Infestation Bit and Hydrogen for eventually Vipers and Lurkers. Tunneling Claw Roaches moving out. We do not have detection. Uh-oh. Same time, we are diving on forward. Trying to get on some of the Queens. The Bailings, they do roll in towards the mineral line. The drones. We don't pull away. Ooh, 11, 13 workers will go down. The mutas, they dive on top of the Queens. We do take down a decent chunk of them. But the counterattack. That is what I'm worried about. The Roaches are not at home to defend. They're across the map instead. We have Roaches at the third, which are being cleaned up. We have Roaches at the natural, also running to Spine Crawlers. Uh-oh. Demi not achieving much with this. The Spines coming in clutch. But Spine Crawlers are finally going to be going down. And Joey, yeah, he has to race back home. He has to turn back around. A bit of a late response here from Go-Go Joey. And he's going to be losing 10 workers as a result. But this could have been so much worse. 11, the drones go down. We still have 2 Roaches here in the main. Likewise, Demi still has the superior economy. He's got, oh my god, 61 drones. Almost 20 workers ahead of Go-Go Joey. But still no Hydras, and the Infestors just now started. Ooh. Overseer is going to be going down. We do pick off some of those Spore Crawlers. We can just go for the hatchery. Oh my god. We can go straight for the hatchery instead, and we will get it. Not a bad pickoff. At the same time, Roaches are moving out. We need to race back home. Okay, Joey turning back around. He does come across these Roaches. I came across some of them at least. Yeah, Demi's going to be dragging these mutas out of position. Meanwhile, he's coming in from the right-hand side, pushing towards one of the fresh mining bases here of Go-Go Joey. Lings are coming in. We overshoot. Oh. And again, Go-Go Joey, he can't afford to lose any workers right now. Full workers full. The Queen as well. On the side of Go-Go Joey. He's still looking for those Roaches. Looks like he will come across them at the same time. The Roaches, they are borrow in the main. Demi target firing the hatchery. A little bit less than ideal. But he's getting drones here in the main base as well. That's going to be 4 or 5 dead workers. And this is an army. Oh my god, we have 5 Infestors, we have Queens, Transfuse, Hydras, a wall of Spores as well. This is what I mentioned before, that quality-wise, the army of Demi is going to eventually outscale the army of Go-Go Joey. That's what I'm worried about. But we're not there yet. Vipers are still in production, they're not out yet, they're not ready for the fight. A couple of Hydras are caught out, show us the Fungals! One big fungal, the chain fungal as well on the mutas. To barely break free. Ooh. Damn, you're going to be losing so far 20 mutas throughout the course of this game. Oh, sorry, Go Joey losing 20 mutas. Diving on top of the Infestors, another fungal is going to connect. But we are running out of fungals. The Infestors get picked up. Big overstep there from Demi. We'll be losing a Viper, and he may lose another as well. Go-Go Joey, he is on the hunt. We'll shut it down. Not for free. Does lose a decent chunk of his mutas. He is down to 24 mutas, but we have +2 air attack, continuing muta production. And Demi, he lost every single one of his spellcasters. Just now, rebuilding his Infestors. He lost his Vipers. He lost 5 Infestors. That was like best case scenario for Go-Go Joey, catching everything that he needed. Like, everything going well for him here. And the main, there's only one spore. Uh-oh, the tech is exposed. The Overlords at the same time, Lings, they do flood into that third. Oh, the Muta's fighting head on. This is not a fight that Gogojoy wants to take. Oh, bleeding out a lot of Mutas. At the same time, the Lings are deflected. We do get 14 drones. It was a brutal fight, though. Getting into the main once again, catching another queen. And Gogojoy, this time he can fight this. Turning back around. Clutch transfuses, buying as much time as possible. That's what, 5 queens falling. We could turn back around again. Yeah, we can just go for it. And now once again the queens are falling. They need support. Where are the Hydras? We have 16 Hydras here on the front lines at the third base, but alas, they're not here to support those queens. Not like this. I do still stand by that, like, in a head-to-head fight, I think Demi wins. I think he can overwhelm the army of Gogojoy, but Demi's just been pulled apart. He's just never where he needs to be with his Hydras or his Infestors or his Queens. Speaking of, no, the Roaches move out of position. The Banelings roll in. They roll into the mineral line, and we need one more. Oh my god, that was so close. Whew, so many of those drones get softened up. Muta's back into the main. And we're going for the hive. We're going for the lurker den. Things coming in as well. Demi being pulled apart. The lurker den is going to be shut down. Lings into the mineral line, and Demi, he's being pulled apart. The hive falls. No more Vipers. We have 2 Vipers available here. We can go for the Parasitic Bomb. Okay, we got 1 here, but good split from Gogojoy. Does avoid so much of that damage. And Demi, he's down to 36 drones. Gogojoy, his economy is booming. Again, doesn't have the most ideal army. Gogojoy, I mean, but does have the better economy. The longer this goes on, the better it is for Gogojoy. Demi, though, he's pushing. Bit of a Frankenstein of an army. He's got 2 lurkers, 1 infestor, 1 viper. He's pushing without his spellcasters, which is concerning. That's a lot of Banelings. Banelings are rolling in. They're getting on top of the Hydras. Yeah, they will crash forward. The Hydras go down, and no anti-air. And where are the Vipers? They woke up too little too late after the Hydras had already gone down. And Demi has to retreat. Again, a very disjointed attack from the Red Zerg. Joey is taking another base, taking a 5th. Rebuilding his mutas. Demi, he is hurting. Remember, he lost his hive, he lost his lurker den, his Hydra den's bleeding out, his infestation bit as well. Queens get caught. A good fungal, but where's the follow-up? There is none. We had some Vipers with some power bombs, but again, they were out of position. We're just throwing up as much of that creep as we can. Getting back into the main. And we could just finish off the deck. We could just go for the Hydra even. Oh, Vipers are coming in. Same time, Gogojoy getting ready for a big Lingbane counterattack. There is 1 lurker in position. But the Vipers. We get some good Parasitic Bombs here, but we split! For the most part, we kind of split. There we go. We avoid most of that damage. There we go. Gogojoy looking to collapse on this army. He takes the fungal to the face. Vipers are coming in as well to support. Big power bombs on these mutas. We do pull back. And it looks like Gogojoy barely is breaking through. Oh, the power bomb. Came back a bit too soon. He wants the Vipers. He's going for the dive. It gets 1. That was an expensive trade here for Go-Go Joey. But it looks like he is barely cleaning up all the anti-air. These mutas are so fragile. They're so battered, so bruised. He's going for the Viper. He gets it. No shot. He doesn't. Okay, finally he does. But he cost him almost every single Viper for every single muta. The muta count completely resets. But we killed the last Viper. And again, there's no Hive. There's no Hive. There's no Lair. There's no way to rebuild. This has been a very scrappy game. But the infestation bit goes down. The Hydrogen as well. Demi barely with an army, barely with any units. Infestor is going to fall. Now the Master Link can wreak havoc here at this base. The last of the Hydras are falling, and that's the last of the anti-air. Go-Go Joey even going for that hatchery, and he almost gets it. Down to 16 HP. 13 more drones fall. And there's no Spore Crawler here at the natural, and Joey, he's just finding even more damage. Demi's going for an all-in. At this point, like, there's nothing left back at home. There's nothing to save. There's nothing to turn back to. So one way or another, the game is about to end. Mutas are doing well for themselves. The Roach Hydra will be able to take down a base. But there are just so many bases to bring down. Meanwhile, everything else is on fire. Everything else is bleeding out. As the Ling Muta, they just collapse on what little is left here of the bases of Demi. And we could go for an elimination. We could kill every building here. Yeah, that could be just what we go for. Demi likewise committing here to his base trade, trying to find another mining base. But we are running out of buildings. Demi, he's got a couple of gases here at the natural. Spawning Pool, Roach Warren, Evo Chamber. We're running out. GG gets called. Go-Go Joey will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. But this was a very chaotic game. Remember, if you tune in halfway through, that you missed out, because this game started with a 12 pool. It started with a 12 pool, and both players, their drone counts went down to like 10. I think Go-Go Joey had 8 drones left, and Demi had 11 drones left. Go-Go Joey lost his spawning pool. Both players didn't have a natural. The game reset, essentially, and we had to build ourselves back up. Go-Go Joey, from the brink of defeat, he was behind. Remember, Demi had a massive advantage, and it was on Go-Go Joey to bounce back with those mutas. And eventually, he did. Eventually, he was able to pull apart his opponent. Very impressive. On paper, I would have said that Demi had a big lead. Like, he had all the tech he needed, you know. Spellcasters, Hive, Vipers, Hydras, Lurkers. He just needed a little bit of time to just settle into his tech. But the muta harass was non-stop, and somehow, some way, it was impressive. But yeah, Go-Go Joey, he was able to just create these opportunities, able to pull apart his opponent and find damage, whether it was catching some infestors here and there, or catching queens, catching drones. It was an uphill battle for Go-Go Joey, and he pulled it off. Did pull it off. GG, well played. GG, and with that, Go-Go Joey advances on to the grand finals for a rematch against Nice. Let's go. Let us go. Just trying to update the scores as we switch our scenes over. As we switch our scenes over, again, a bit of a shorter, smaller bracket here tonight, but yeah, Nice has been patiently waiting in the grand finals, waiting in that best of 5, and because Nice is coming from the upper bracket, because he has already defeated Go-Go Joey in this tournament in a best of 3, Nice will have a 1-point lead. He will be up 1-0 in this best of 5, and it slipped my mind. My apologies, but predictions will soon be open. we will be opening up those predictions. So if you're in the chat, you can get your Gamma going. You can get your Gamma going here. And place your bets on who you think is going to come out on top. I mean, Nice has already taken a series already here. Has already defeated Gogo Joey once, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't a 2-0. It wasn't a clean sweep. Joey did make him work for it. My God. Did make him work for it, and now we are getting ready here for those grand finals, and we are just diving straight. Oh my God. I had very little time to prepare. We're diving in. And if you've been enjoying the broadcast, if you've been enjoying these players, and if you want to support the CranKy Ducklings and Grand Platypus Open, which is this event, it's a region-locked event for those that are curious, you can do so via Patreon. You can support us on Patreon, you can support us on Matcherino. Both ways do support us in different ways. So if you want to be a part of this, if you want to gain access to replay packs and, you know, be a part of supporting the CranKy Ducklings, then you can do so. We have been getting a lot of support recently. We're more than 2/3 of the way funding our events on a monthly basis. So thank you so much to all the patrons that we have. Thank you. It's been really cool to see so much support from the community. We appreciate it. We're almost there. We're almost at our goal. Basically, we spend 300 USD a month on our events, and if we can grow our Patreon a little bit further, we can grow our tournaments and make them more consistent, increase the prize pool, pay out top 4 instead of top 2, and yeah, grow in other ways as well. So, you know, that's available if you're interested. Otherwise, we're getting into game number 1, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Radisson Station. We have the blue Zerg player from the land of Hong Kong down in this series, looking to fight back in this rematch, looking for revenge. It is Gogo Joey. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player representing Starlight Twinkle, the best player in all of Taiwan, leading the series 1-0. It is Nice. Predictions open. Here we go. As it looks like our players just went for the same vetoes as the previous series. For the last time they faced, I should say. So we are settling into this. Again, Radisson Station is one of the more vetoed, or is the most vetoed map in the map pool. So for Gogo Joey to not veto this is impressive. The last time we were on Radisson Station, Nice went massive Void Ray. He went double Stargate into like quadruple Stargate Void Ray production, snowballed out of control, and was able to bring Gogo Joey to his knees and shut him down with pure Void Ray. It was impressive, very impressive. Now that worked in game 1, or that worked last series. I can't imagine we're going to be going for that again, but we'll see. Again, a big reason why you can do that on this map is because it's very defendable. You get a free third base here at this pocket base location. It is a full base as well, so a lot to take advantage of. And this Stargate opener should be going for a Void Ray first. Now, even if we see a Void Ray first, that doesn't mean it has to be Skytoss. We can still go into a different tech path from here. But I like the idea of Nice kind of playing with the series, playing with the tournament, and making things look like they did previously. There it is. Void Ray first. Now, I know that I'm talking about like mind games and, you know, Nice making it look like the same build, but really going into something different. And that is the case. Void Ray first shuts down the Overlords, and we're going straight into a Twilight Council. This looks like Charge. This looks like Void Ray into Charge. I mean, it could be Void Ray into Glaive Adepts as well. That is also possible. Now, what is scary is that we're looking to hunt down this first Overlord, but we have a second Overlord behind the main base, and this is poised to come in and see everything. And here we go. It's going to be 5 gates, 6 gates in total. Oh, that's a lot of gateways. And it is going to be a charge all in. Gases have not been taken at the natural. And did I say it's going to be 7 gates, should be 8 gates in total. So it's going to be a 2 base all in from, oh my god, we do cancel. And we rebuild. We canceled just to make sure that the Overlord didn't see anything. So very cheeky moves here from Nice. Again, there is no third base whatsoever. He has successfully hidden this, and he is hoping that Gogojoy is being too greedy. And Gogojoy is going for a Nidus. Oh my god. So if you're curious what Gogojoy is doing, this is a hard counter for Void Rage, for Sky Toss. It looks like Gogojoy believes it's going to be Sky Toss, so he's massing Queens and Lings. I'm worried for Gogojoy. Without Banelings and without Roaches, I think mass Charge Lot like this is going to snowball out of control. I think I favor Nice here. Oh boy, here we go. Overseer is moving out. Lings are fanning out as well for the Nidus. Nice is pushing. Nidus is thrown down here outside the natural. Things are about to get very chaotic, especially if we save the warp ins and if we don't warp in defensively back at home. There's the warp in. Oh. Nidus Worm is done. Now, Nice can always recall. Bear that in mind. He can always attack, kill a base, and then recall back home. Queens, they have arrived. They're going to be knocking down that front door. And Nice is committing, going for the base trade, getting on top of the Nidus as well. It's going to be a one-way trip. Gogojoy racing back home, actually. He's going to try to defend. Oh, the prison taking a lot of damage. The Queens. They wanted the Void Ray. They're going to be able to shut it down as well. But these Zealots should clean up every single Queen here. The prison, we're going to be able to get a warp in going. And yeah, every Queen is falling. The Charge Lots are just superior. GG gets called. And Nice will take game number 1, taking a 2-0 lead. GG. That was so unfortunate for Gogojoy. I mentioned before. So again, this Link Queen Nidus all-in was designed to punish and try to essentially punish and hard counter Double Stargate Void Ray. That was the goal. The goal was to try to shut down Double Stargate Void Ray. Little did Gogojoy know that Nice, of course, was going in a different direction and going into a charge all-in instead. And as we mentioned, without Banelings, without Roaches, you can't deal with mass charge lots. It's not happening. Queens are not good enough. Neither are Lings. Nice. Snowballs out of control. GG, well played. Now we're getting ready for our next game. Getting ready for potentially the final game of the series. Let's go. Oh, I should also, bam, update the score on the screen. Catching up. Someone's going all in on Joey. I mean, that's got to be Hyper 1, right? He's got to be cheering for his boy, right? Hyper 1. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Site Delta. We have the best player in all of Hong Kong representing his new team, Hyper 1. But he needs to fight back here and now to have a chance at winning this series, at becoming the final GPO champion of 2023. It is Gogojoy. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the best player in all of Taiwan, the Red Protoss, representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice. See in the chat. Nice. But I love the mind games. I love the mind games from Nice. I love, again, playing with the series as well, playing with the tournaments, showing one thing that you did previously and doing something else entirely. Just getting into the head of your opponent and taking advantage of even your reputation. Really good stuff. Really solid stuff there out of Nice in that game. And now we're getting into game number 3 here, and we'll see how Go-Go Joey is going to be approaching this. We are on side Delta, a much longer rush distance by ground compared to, I mean, actually not compared to Redstone Station, but a lot of bases to be taken. And it's not as small, not as short a rush distance as Oceanborn, for example, or Golden Aura. So we'll see what direction our players take us in. We'll see what tech Nice goes for as well. We have seen him go for Stargate-based openers. We've seen him go for a Twilight Council opener as well. He's willing to do it all. Oh my god. I just saw in Discord, Hyper1 was saying, I'm starting to hear Hung Kong whenever Light introduces Joey. Oh no. I need to tag Asher. Okay. Not like this. So now Adepts are moving out. It's going to be a Stargate-based opener from Nice. This time it should be for Oracles. But we could also go Void Ray again just to play with the series and just to be hyper-aggressive again. Keep an eye on Nice. Back at home, Hatchgas pull into a third base. Nothing too crazy from Go-Go Joey. He's just going to be droning, saturating his bases. No major sign of aggression out of our Zerg player. No additional gases. No fast Roach Warren. And it is Void Ray first. Oh boy. And as we saw, anything could be behind this. It could be a 10-gate charge all-in. Fun fact, I think it was actually 11 gateways last game. Or even 12. But it could be charge all-in. It could be Sky Toss. Could be Glaive Adepts. Could be DTs. Could be a standard game. Go-Go Joey doesn't know. And maybe Nice doesn't know either. He doesn't know until once the Overlord goes down, he just rolls the dice, you know, he flips a coin, tries to figure out what kind of build he wants to go for, and there it is. Very fast Twilight Council. Twilight Council is on the way. So this could go one of two ways. Ooh, Go-Go Joey going for a fast lair. Alright. Aggression. Nice with this could go Glaive Adepts or Chargeless. He could go charge 2 games in a row or Glaive Adepts instead. Both are viable options. He's going up to 5 gateways though. This is looking like charge again. It's looking like the same build 2 games in a row. Meanwhile, with this fast lair, this looks like potentially Dropper Lords? It looks like potentially Nidus. We are taking 2 additional gases though, so we have options. We could try to go into something like Hydras. Oh my, Hydras are not ideal right now though, because again, it's Glaive Adepts. And Ling Hydra just gets annihilated by Glaive Adepts. Oh, we're taking more gases. I'm feeling either Hydras or Spire. Which way do we go? Which direction does Go-Go Joey take us in? I think either one is going to be in trouble. The stasis, massive stasis trap here at the third base, and it is the Hydra Den, and I am very concerned. I'm getting some Miyamika flashbacks here. Miyamika is very fond of Ling Hydra, and Glaive Adepts, they do so beautifully against light-based units. Lings, Hydras, they melt horribly here against a massive amount of Adepts. Essentially, we typically need either Roaches or Banelings to defend, and we have neither. Oh boy. And this is dedicated as well. And here we go. Nice has revealed the Adepts, and Go-Go Joey's in a lot of trouble. He's racing back home. He has Hydras on the way, Lynx as well. This is going to be a tough defense. Here we go. Nice is pushing, shading everything across the map. Go-Go Joey, he's amassing as much of an army as he can. No Bailey Nest, otherwise we could have maybe relied on that. Lings, they try to engage. Good stutter stepping here out of Nice, avoiding the surround, cleans up all the Lings. Gets on top of the Hydras, gets on top of the Queens as well. And these adepts are just trading so well. We don't get into the mineral line though, I will say that. But we're about to. We're about to get on top of them as, yeah, we just shaded on top of the Hydras. GG gets called, and Nice will take the series 3-0, becoming this week's the final Grand Platypus Open champion of number 100. Our 100th champion. GG, well played. GG, well played. Congratulations to Nice for taking the 3-0. This, for all intents and purposes, was a build order win. From Nice, Gogo Joy was blindly going into Ling Hydra, and Ling Hydra dies to Glaive Adepts, and unfortunately it was a bit of a gamble. Again, Gogo Joy was just hoping that it would be some kind of different build, some kind of different variation. Was gambling. He had no idea what kind of tech Nice was going for. Likewise, Nice also didn't know what was happening. He also didn't know what exactly Gogo Joy was doing. It's not like he had scouted Hydras and was reacting with Glaive Adepts. No. We were just kind of blindly going into our respective builds. Rolled the dice, and Nice, he hit the jackpot. He hit the jackpot with those Glaive Adepts. Snowballed out of control. GG, well played. Congratulations. 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 And with that, that wraps up a year of Grand Platypus Open. You know, it's been yeah, with that, if you guys, if you want to support us, you can do so via Patreon. You can do so via Patreon if you are interested. Matcherino as well. You can support the CranKy Ducklings. Otherwise, it's been a great time. It's been a wild ride here in GPO, and GPO should be returning next year. Should be. I mentioned before that our events are going to be going on a month-long hiatus. We won't be hosting GPO, the Tenacious Turtle Tussle, or Sparkling Tuna Cup for the month of January, but it will be returning soon thereafter. And we are going to have to take a moment to rethink some things here. Sparkling Tuna Cup is really successful. We do get signups from every single region, from Latin America at times, Europe, Oceania, Southeast Asia. But our region-locked events, fun fact, I mean, the point of GPO, of Grand Platypus Open, and the point of Tenacious Turtle Tussle, which is our region-locked Americas tournament, was to support these smaller regions, just because we knew that they were going to be shrinking. We knew that they were going to be shrinking just because of the mergers. For those that are curious, EPT Latin America doesn't exist anymore. Latin America and North America merged into the Americas for EPT. And because of that, a lot of Latin American players retired. A lot of American players retired as well over the past 2 years. Same with Oceania, Southeast Asia, and rest of Asia. It all got merged together, and most Oceanic players did retire. Most Sea players retired as well, and as a result, again, these weeklies were supposed to support these scenes, but signups have been very, very low. Signups have been very low, been very lax. You know, last week we had 2 players, this week we had 3 players, and likewise for Tenacious Turtle Tussle, we also struggled to get participation as well. So we may have to rethink some things. I love these tournaments. I mean, we've been running this event for years, ever since 2019. 2019, we've been running GPO, but we're gonna have to take a moment to go over some of these events and figure out whether it's worth keeping it or not. That's kind of the big thing for us. 100% Sparkling Tuna Cup is going to stay, but the other 2 up in the air. Still up in the air whether we want to commit or not, and what we want to do with it, how we want to approach it. We're open to suggestions. We are open to suggestions. I think right now, to be transparent, what I'm thinking of is maybe we retire some of these region-locked events, and especially because we haven't reached additional goals on Patreon, we can just use that money to make Sparkling Tuna Cup a weekly. We can just turn that into a weekly again, and we can just have that consistently. Maybe we can turn these into monthlies, like a monthly GPO and a monthly Tenacious Turtle Tussle. Maybe, but we'll see. Because again, like if the players aren't around, then yeah. At the end of the day, these events are for the players, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what. I guess we're open to suggestions. We're open to them. Always. We'll figure out what we want to do in 2024. Otherwise, it's been a lot of fun. It's been amazing. It's been beautiful. And at least GPO did reach number 100. 100 GPOs. Ah, beautiful. Quack, puppy, quack. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting us. We do appreciate it. Always do appreciate it. And, yeah, we're going to be heading off for the night. Hope you all have a great New Year's and New Year's Eve. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and our next broadcast is going to be tomorrow as well. We're going to be covering a replay cast for ESL Open Cup Americas. So that's going to be us tomorrow in just under 24 hours. So if you want to be a part of that, we will be here live on the channel. New Year's Day, we're going to be live with ESL Open Cup Asia. So the ESL Open Cups are coming up next on this channel. So if you're curious, join us, follow us, and we'll be live here with some Korean StarCraft action. It's going to be amazing, going to be beautiful. Otherwise, yeah, Happy New Year. It's been an amazing year. We've grown a lot, actually. For those who maybe are newer viewers, the CranKy Ducklings, we've been around since, what, 2017, 2016? We've been we've been casting for a lot of years, Papi. A lot of years we've been live here on this channel, and specifically 2023, we have been getting a lot more eyes on us, which we really are appreciative of. That a lot of hard work finally kind of paying off. Finally. So we always appreciate the support, and hopefully we can grow even more. From here, and yeah, who knows where we can end up. Who knows, man. Who knows. Otherwise, thank you so much. Hope you all enjoy yourselves. Hope you all have a great time. Oh, shout out to Gogo Joey in the chat. Shout out. But yeah. Oh, the Gamba, of course. Sorry, I almost forgot to pay out the Gamba. Manage predictions. Nice. Beautiful. But with that, we are going to be heading off for the night. We'll see you guys tomorrow for some ESL Open Cup action. If you aren't here tomorrow, and if you aren't here on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, Happy New Year's. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and enjoy the end of year and the coming new year. Until then, hasta luego. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. We'll see you guys next time.